which is why I was like, before I jump down this rabbit hole and make a huge ass mess all over the floor here. When are we recording today?
Good call. They probably just as I was getting
something. So, welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We are two friends in fibre who knit, craft, crochet, and take phone calls from our mother for random reasons. This is episode 221. It's a Sunday afternoon. Diana's had samosas, and I haven't napped. So heavens only knows what's going to happen here, people.
Mimosas, as in alcohol. Samosas, while also delicious, are not the thing that I had today.
I don't have either. So I don't know. One of them's got orange juice in them, and the other one's like a weird pizza pocket.
Samosa is some kind of Middle Eastern chickpea pizza pocket kind of deal.
Okay.
Mimosa is
something with
fizzy
orange
wine
juice.
And orange juice.
I like the orange juice part of the equation.
Technically, it's champagne and orange juice, but you know what? Fizzy wine. Yeah. It's only champagne if it comes from champagne.
Yes.
So, fizzy wine.
Yeah. Same way as it can only be Scotch if it comes from Scotland.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. That I remember. Because they're weird corner cases that amuse me. All right. Now that I've mangled an intro, Diana, do you want to let everybody know what we're going to cover this week?
We've got What's in Our Cup, Yarn on the Go, Woolly Workings, Spinning Yarn, Wool Gathering, and Kniterature.
All the things.
I wrote show notes in the title column again, and it just screws me up every time, and I really need to stop doing that.
Yes, you do. Though that note-taking habit of yours could come in handy, because I really should find out the name of the pattern for that quilt block blanket, and I started it before the Blanket of Doom, so it's pre-2019. Because I started it the year before, because you were still here and we were still meeting in person when I started the blanket.
Yeah, I was trying to find a thing and I failed. So let's talk about What's in Our Cup.
That's fine. You helped me narrow down the search parameters, and that helps a bunch too. We're both drinking the same thing today.
Yeah.
It's because you inspired me.
I discovered I have a peppermint plant in my backyard, so I picked some leaves and I made some tea. It's lovely.
I discovered I don't have a peppermint plant in my house, so I just grabbed a tea bag and made some peppermint tea.
I did not grab enough leaves for the size of this cup, so it's a touch weak. But it makes a really stunning golden color for some reason. I don't know why. It absolutely does not show up well in a pink cup, so... But if you do it in a white cup, it is a stunning gold.
I have no idea. All I know is there's different types of mint, and I need to get back on the search for a good spearmint. Peppermint is fine, it'll do, but I need a good spearmint tea. That doesn't involve me ordering from Halifax.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I should just probably order some from Halifax. Okay. I may honestly do that once we're done this. Mine is just a cup of ye old basic peppermint tea from Stash. It's a good standard. It's peppermint tea. It's no medicinal what is it? Medicinal or organic medicinal or something or other.
Traditional medicinal organic something or other, whatever.
Their peppermint tea is quite good and quite pepperminty, but the Stash will do fine. It's because I don't always find the traditional medicinals everywhere. So there's that, but that's okay. And it's not turmeric ginger tea, so hey, look at me branching out.
Branching out.
I drink a lot of teas. It's just when we sit down to record, I go, oh, turmeric ginger, and that's what I make. Or a cup of decaf coffee. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't have any cool threads. It's not really knit wearing season for me, and I don't have a ton of cottons that have stayed here to wear. I'm trying to fix that. So we'll see how that goes. Just my usual cardigan assortments in the morning. So like the boyfriend cardigan or the habanero. What are the other 5 I've made for myself? I wear those on and off in the morning. They go over pajamas really well, especially the boyfriend one. Is it the boyfriend one or it's the campfire one? One of the ones that I've got that's crocheted in cotton. It's a nice long line cotton one. It's nice in the mornings when you get up and putter around and start your day.
Yeah.
Needs pockets. But what doesn't
I
need
should make one
pockets?
like that, like a house, more of a house coat kind of a cardigan.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I found the leftover yarn for it because that's made out of a Karen cake and cotton. So I'm gonna make a couple of deep front pockets to tack to the front of it so I can put my phone somewhere in the morning.
Yeah, I
But
need to do that with my comfort fade.
I've been super tempted to talk to one of my exes, who him and his wife run a rock shop,
Oh, that one.
Jacob
Okay, yeah.
Jacob's Trading Center, and
Mm-hmm.
see if I could get them to make me, because me and beadwork. I can't string them. I can lay them out in a pretty line, but I can't string them. They're too small. I really want that old old school chain that hangs from your glasses around the back of your neck.
Really?
I really want one because I've been taking my glasses off and I can't find them all the time anymore. And it's driving me
Insert
nuts.
old person jokes here.
Mandatory old people joke. But if I get the flippin' chain, then I can just sit them here on the chain and then it's fine. Because I'll take them off when I'm like doing my hair or something. I'll put them down. So it's not like I can put them on my head, which is where like normally like my sunglasses sit. Or
Mm-hmm.
if like I'm washing my face or I'm dealing with something and I or whatever. But for the life of me, I will not put them because I'm not in the same spot every time, so I lose them and then I lose so much time trying to find them. I'm like, I've given up. I need to move to the chain and I know it. So, and I'm not going to ask him because he'll make me something incredibly gaudy because it'll amuse him. I'm going to ask his wife, who knows me well enough that she'll make a nice classy one to go with it, what I actually will wear. Ask them if they can help me make that a thing. I'm gonna put
So
him
many
down
old
one of
person
these
jokes.
days. So many old jokes, I know. I'm gonna put him down one of these days, and I will not be able to find them ever again, and it'll irritate me so bad. I know it will. I struggle to find them in the morning when I get out of bed. They go on the same spot on my nightstand table every day. They don't change. Everything has to go back where it was originally found, or I can't find it. It's just the vision's getting that bad. So I'm like, cool. It's time for the old lady chain glasses. Whatever. I want to make Edwardian clothes. I've never really claimed to be young, so it's fine. I also want to make a fairy coat, so I'm not sure we can claim I'm old either.
You're just pulling together all the bits of style.
I'm going to be so random and so out there. It's hilarious, and I cannot
You're the
wait.
eclectic librarian.
I really am. That's a frightening notion. It's not inaccurate, but it is frightening.
Like an Edwardian walking dress with a fairy coat and the glasses chain, like.
And my little white backpack with all the nerdy pins on the back. And
Yeah.
my Frumpkin keychain hanging off the side.
Yeah.
I'll be very me. I won't look like anybody else.
You will be very, very you.
I'll be very me. Well, that's gonna be so. Yep, People are gonna stare at me funny. Okay, I did go somewhere.
Yes. Tell us about your yarn on the go.
I did some sock knitting in the car because I had to be out of the house for a bit, for purposes of people seeing the thing. So I called up ye old brother-in-law, and he was like, absolutely, we'll run an errand and then we'll show you the garden work we've done, it because we're allowed to go to other people's houses outside, so we're allowed to be in public spaces and like backyards and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we went there and I finally got to see the outside of their house. I've been there twice in the dark, guys, which means I had no idea what their house looked like. I knew there were steps
for a while.
I knew there were steps on we're in a pandemic. I knew there were steps on a porch to get into the house. And I knew there was a backyard because they told me about it, but I didn't actually get to see it till this week. So we did a tour of the outside, and I got to see their outside and the stuff that they wanted to do on the outside of the house and their backyard and stuff they wanted to do. So we did that to sort of consume time. So done and done. Right. Woolly working?
Woolly workings, yeah. We knit things sometimes.
We do sometimes. We also crochet things. Who's got what? I always tell you what I've done, but I never get your total before recording.
Oh, I told you I have 2 knitted things and a spinning thing.
Excellent. I will go first then, and then we can just alternate.
Perfect.
That works for me. So while I was out, I worked on my grayscale socks, which is my current on the go vanilla sock. I know we usually talk about FOs first, but this is what I'm working on, so that's what I want to talk about at the moment. So here we go. I've got most of a foot done.
Woo!
I've been puttering up, so I was in this dark gray to medium gray color range, and I went right through the white, and I'm back into the dark, and I got to get out into that medium gray again before I'm ready for my heel. But I'm just about ready for a heel on my first sock on my grayscale socks. So I'm making a great progress on that, which is good because I'd like to get them done finally. I've only tried to knit them 3 times, so
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice to finish.
it'd be nice to get this done and not have something go wrong for a change. That'd be enjoyable. So I've got that, and then I've just got 2 others. So you're up.
I'm up. Okay, well, I will start with the boring thing, which is I'm also knitting on a sock. My hand has been feeling better this week, but still not amazing. So, like, it stopped hurting, but I still can't knit for long periods of time. So I'm just puttering away on this sock, which was supposed to be done last Monday. There was supposed to be a pair of socks for Mr. Diana's birthday. There is still not yet one sock, but he is very kind and very patient and is patiently awaiting his sock. These are going to be vanilla socks with a fish lips kiss heel, toe up, because that's what I like to knit. And what else? The yarn. The yarn is Fireweed Fiber Co's. Is this April? I don't remember.
I think it's April's. I think it's April's because May is the hummingbird.
No. I found the tag. I'm going to look at the tag.
Okay.
Red-breasted nuthatch. There we go.
Yes.
You'll note I cleaned up my desk.
I see this.
And I found some tags that were useful.
Who knew?
You find stuff when you clean up. Whoa.
Shocking.
Newsflash.
Because I'm mid-boxing stuff and unboxing and purging things and organizing. Oh man, it's a hot mess. But all the things I found, I'm like, wow, I forgot I had this. It's only been boxed for a month. It's crazy how bad memory can be.
Yeah,
all right.
I've got things that are still in boxes from Winnipeg, and we've now moved again in Waterloo, so
I don't think you need that. Anymore. I'm going to go with you don't need it. If you haven't looked at it in 2 moves, you executively file that. You executively file that and be done with it.
We have basically a whole room of that. So yeah, before the next move, we're doing a lot of purging.
Yeah, we don't need that.
I had just useful like camping gear that we just haven't been able to use. So that'll stay.
I hung my sock blockers off of my microphone arm. I needed somewhere to put them. I had 50 boxes packed before I moved up here. I am under 30 boxes packed now.
Nice.
And I'm still downsizing. Because I have too much stuff. So, I did finish a pair of socks. 2 socks. 2 socks.
They look so good.
They're not a super full leg. I like different varying lengths of leg depending on when I'll be wearing the socks. So I like ankle socks for around the house. I like these socks that like go above your shoe, but not by much. So if you fold them down, they make a nice little cuffed edge. Because I find ankle socks don't stay on with me in shoes. And then I like the full length ones for like when it's winter time.
Mm-hmm.
And I want extra leg coverage. So these are sort of my mid-season sock size set, it's weird, but it's how I like my socks, and I'm making them so I can make them however I want. This is the Whiskey Jack colorway from Fireweed Fiber Co. Guys, it's like we're in a sock club from her or something. So we're done. They're a basic vanilla sock, but you can check out all of that beautiful, pretty, and it almost looks like it micro striped.
It does a bit.
Yes, Phaedra. You have 4 windows. Oh, she's had so many woes today. She's had 4 windows to choose from to sleep in. Life is so hard for her.
Only 4?
Only 4. So, and then I got that nice contrast toe and heel. I probably could have done the cuffs too, but I was a little worried about having enough yarn for it. So I didn't. Hello. That was a violet meow.
Yeah, I actually heard that one.
What is your woe? You have woes? It's not dinner. It's not dinner. Get your claws out of my pants. Thank you. But we're done. Have I woven in ends? No. Will I?
Yeah,
At some point.
I won't woven in the ends on mine either. They're in the basket of things to have the ends woven in on.
You have a basket for it?
Well, it's
Part
part
some socks, kitten.
it's part repair, part finish weaving in the ends on these, please.
Oh, okay. I don't have a basket for that. You go ahead. You figure out how to play with the socks while they're on sock blockers. I won't stop you. Weird sounds brought to you by cat playing. That's right. Last night I had a box open upside down and she decided a piece of tape was a toy. Yeah, okay. Whatever, cat.
Everything's a toy if you try hard enough.
Everything's a toy if you try hard enough. Which leaves me with one item to talk about. So you are up.
Okay. Since my hand was feeling better this week, I was able to start the super duper fiddly theoretical knitting I talked about last week. So I have the beginning of a knitted velociraptor.
Oh, good.
If I hold this up very carefully, you can kind of see the general shape of the head. There we go. So it looks kind of like a velociraptor head.
You're getting there.
It's so fiddly, but it's also really satisfying. I stuffed the head and it actually kind of looks like it's supposed to, and I'm actually kind of happy about it.
I like the fiddliness of toy making because you feel like such an accomplished person once you're done and you got to figure it out and it just magics itself into the shape and you're like, ha! I win!
Short rows and baubles. I hate short rows and baubles. And I actually hate the fiddliness of making toys, but I love the toys when they're done. So sometimes if I want the thing bad enough, I'll actually make it. Like a knitted velociraptor. This is mysterious leftover sock yarn. It's kind of dark blue and like a light gray blue. I don't know. So it'll make a stripy velociraptor.
That's the important part, is it'll make a stripy velociraptor.
Yeah. Then I just have to find suitable yarn to make eyes with. The pattern suggests, on the little bumps here, adding some, like a few stripes of yellow for an iris and then a stripe of black down the middle to get like the cat's eye kind of thing going on.
Oh, maybe.
So we'll see.
That might work. You're back? Yeah, I saw you sitting farther back in frame trying to tell me that you've decided you want food. You realize it's not 6, right? Oh, that didn't come part of the discussion. That's not part of your equation. Goober brain. That's my cat.
So that's my knitting. Right. I have small knitting this week.
That's fine. I have crochet work. So I've been working on my gray and pink cardigan, which is the design I'm working on. And last week I had my first front panel and my back panel sewed together because I'd finished my back panel, right? I was starting my second front panel. Words that come out of my mouth might be English. They might not be English. They might be crazy talk.
Could just be gibberish.
Could just be gibberish. So I got my second panel done up to the point where I'm doing my decreases for my V neck, for my neck shaping. And, you know, the space for my armhole. Stick my arm through. And I sat and I thought and I looked, and we were actually on the Patreon Enid chatting yesterday while I was thinking about this. I'm left-handed. I wrote this pattern for right-handed crocheters because the vast majority of people who crochet are right-handed. In my instructions that I've already written up to this point, it says, if you're a left-handed knitter, do yourself a favor. Make both your front panels up to where your underarms are going to start, and then lay them down on top of your back panel so that you can match your right sides and your wrong sides together so that your V shape is going the right way, so that your neck shaping is going the right direction.
Okay.
Otherwise, as a left-handed crocheter, you're backwards.
Right.
So
Correct, yes.
yeah, your neck shaping will face the wrong direction, and it won't work. Indifferent if you're making this and you don't care front side versus wrong side, but you get a bit of a difference in how your crochet connects. You super don't see it in half double crochets because they're pretty much identical on either side of the board, but you can see at the bottom of them where it connects to our gray ribbing here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a little double post line going on the wrong side. On the right side, you won't get that double post. It's a clean single post connection.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
just a cleaner line. It's the only tell in half double crochet, and it only shows up if you use varying colors just at that start, which I did. So I have to rip out my front panels to the underarm because I'm backwards and I'm doing it backwards. And that means I have the wrong side of my back panel facing outwards instead of the right side of my back panel facing outwards. And I was like, is it going to bother me? Is it going to bother me? Do I care? So I started crocheting up because I can just magic ball this back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's fine, whatever. It's going to bug me. So I'm going to pull this out, and then I have to unsew my first panel and correct it so that it doesn't bother me. So this is I don't technically have to, but it will bother me if I don't fix. So that's up on the plate tonight. That'll be what I'm doing.
So you failed to follow your own instructions.
I literally failed to follow the instructions I wrote for a problem I've had every time I've ever crocheted a garment because I'm left-handed, not right-handed. And I know this. I know this about myself. I have never not been a left-handed crocheter. I knew this was going to be a thing I had to pay attention to. Did I? No. Am I paying for it now? Oh, yes. Did I literally write the instructions for my front panel 20 minutes before getting to this section? That would be correct. Sweet. I'm doing great, guys. I don't know how your day is going.
So experts in our field, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I was talking about my dad taking his carpentry license away. I don't think we can call me a capital C crocheter anymore. So this is my gray and pink striped cardigan that slowly continues to grow up into a garment. It is made out of Heritage Weight Briggs and Little, which is an amazingly woolly wool. They are, I believe, in New Brunswick. I know they're Canada's oldest functioning mill. So they have a really old for us start date. So there's that going on. I love it. I'm excited. My cat loves sleeping on it. All is well. I need to correct my mistake. I need to correct my mistake and then get my sleeve going because I finally figured out how I want my sleeve to go. And I'm going to write the instructions out for the sleeve and cuff and the neckband. And then I'm going to send it out to testers, and then I'm going to finish my sleeves.
Getting fairly close to done then.
It is, yeah. We'll be ready for testers once I'm done writing the instructions out, which I can do now because I figured out what I wanted to do. I just want to check to make sure my sleeve construction's right for the pickup. So I got to do the first color block or color stripe in the sleeve, so I make sure that's correct, and then I'm good. Because then, yes, it makes sense and it works out, which means it'll plug into the math correctly, and it can go out to people. So they can tell me where I've made mistakes. Because you always make mistakes.
Always. It is a thing. We are human.
Oh yeah, we totally are. It's totally a thing. All right. So that's it. That's all I managed to get done work-wise on crafting stuff that I can talk about anyway. I know, I just did that thing everybody does and everybody hates everybody does. There's this thing, but I can't talk about it. It's the check-in with Louise stuff. I'm being mysterious.
Ooh, mysterious.
Being mysterious. You'll find out on the 1st.
All right. Well, I have a spinning thing to talk about.
Excellent.
Let's hit that there. Okay. So I'm still working on the same thing from last week on my electric eel wheel. I don't remember what number. Some Polwarth fiber in colorway Prospero from Cloud9 Fiberworks. I don't spin often enough for anything I learned to ever like really properly stick. So yesterday I was trying to spin and I just kept, I don't know, underspinning the yarn or something, not joining it properly. It just kept breaking on me. So I got really good at joining yarn yesterday. I'm
Hey,
good at that now.
why don't you use Tour de Fleece? What I'm going to use Tour de Fleece for this year.
And just spin a certain amount every day.
Yeah, to help the basic stick.
Yeah, I should definitely do that. So I've got still quite a lot of fiber to go.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. But it's lovely. It's
It
purple
looks,
and blue, and I'm happy.
oh, it's so pretty.
So I think this is just going to be a standard 2-ply yarn, which I think will come out to be heavy fingering sport DK, maybe?
Okay,
Somewhere in that range.
it's a good range to be.
Some of it's like basically lace. It's like some of my single ply is coming out like lace weight, and some of it's more like a really heavy fingering. So it's going to be a little variable when I ply it.
See how that functions.
Yeah. It'll
Hey,
be
I'm
something.
still working on inconsistent consistencies.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
Oh,
consistent
thanks.
inconsistencies, so I can make art yarn on my drop spindle. I'm getting better at it. It just takes practice. I just don't do the practice part. Nobody's fault but mine.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to make out of this yarn when it's done, because like, what do you make with hand spun? But I
All
wonder if
things.
maybe mittens, because this yarn's a little bit toothier, so I can't
Yeah.
probably make like a sweater or a shawl out of it, and it might
No.
even bother me if it's a hat. But I could totally do mittens.
Yeah. Mittens are always a good option.
It might become mittens.
Mm-hmm. Do some nice color work mittens.
Oh, maybe.
If your yardage is a little bit short, to do a full pair of mittens at your size in the one color.
I mean, it should be fine. It was like 100 grams of fiber, so that should be plenty for a pair of adult mittens, small adult mittens, like tiny little fingers.
For your dainty hands.
I'm literally just outside child sizes for like gloves and stuff, like just like one size.
And I wear men's medium gloves. Cool. Cool. Thanks. Great.
I have
Man
absurdly
hand.
tiny hands.
I would look funny if I had small hands. Mine are in proportion to the rest of me. That's the important part. All right. On the bright side, we are now at the most enjoyable part of the podcast from my perspective,
The wool gathering, where we gather the wool.
where you do your impromptu ad spot.
All right.
It's so good.
If you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at patreon.com/I really should look up this link one day, but it's in the description box. Or in the show notes if you're listening to this on Spotify or wherever.
You don't help me not laugh when you do things like that.
I know.
Oh my God. I think I really should look up one day.
You know, I say it and then I immediately forget it, so it never happens until I'm saying it the next week. And like, how many times have I said this now? I should just make that actually the link. It should just be / I should really look this up. Like, wonder if I can do that. I should actually do that now.
I don't know, but if you can, that would be beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, if you support us at the higher tiers, we do an knit-in once a month on the second last Saturday at noon Manitoba time. We just did that yesterday, which was, I guess, last Saturday by the time you see this. So The next one is in July, and that will be on the 24th at noon Manitoba time.
That'll be good.
And of course, at any level, you get into our patron-only Discord channel. Server. It's a server. Yeah. Our very chatty Discord server. There's bi-weekly blog posts where we do experimental food stuff. I make food out of the weeds in my garden, as in the plants, not the cannabis. There's still cannabis in my backyard that I've discovered so far. Although honestly, it wouldn't surprise me at this point.
I think it would surprise any of us at this point.
Man,
Oh
I
my
found a
gosh.
whole patio. Like a whole patio was hidden back there.
Blows my mind. Blows my mind.
It blows
Oh,
my mind. Like,
so good.
we've got an entire, like, wall that you can crawl inside of.
Mm-hmm.
And I found tiki torches and flooring. And there's a whole freaking patio in the back garden that nobody knew was there. I don't think the
Yep.
landlord even knows that it's there.
Well, I mean, they'll know now.
They will, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. We also post any bonus content up early onto the Discord, as well as whatever else it is we decide to put into the Patreon. I said Discord, I should have said Patreon. Bonus content goes on Patreon.
Yes.
So those are all things that are going on. We talk back and forth a lot because we have to balance the Patreon out with our work schedules, which gets interesting. It's a
We
thing.
spend like a 12-hour, no, not quite 12 hours of difference in time zones.
Just about. Just about.
It's pretty close. It's the west coast of North America through the middle of Europe. So
Yep. Yeah. It's a wide time frame, so there's a lot of things going on all the time for us, which is great.
there's always somebody on.
I love it. So good. As always, we super understand budgets are a thing. If you can't monetarily support us, don't worry. Hitting the like button, subscribing, interacting with us on Instagram at Northern Knits Podcast or in the Facebook group. They're all things that are there so that we can interact as a community and talk to you guys one-on-one. So we can see what you're making and you can enable my cast-on-itis, which is strong right now. Guys, it's so strong right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to finish things, even though I'm in the middle of stash dash. So, big yawn.
Just see Phaedra's tail in the background, just like twitch, twitch, twitch.
Twitch, doing tail things because she's a cat. So
cute.
Oh, just because she doesn't live with you, that's why she's cute.
Yes.
With all those things that are going, that we're all on there, we are super excited to talk to you guys in any format that works. What else do I got? Don't really have anything else, I don't think. We have show notes in the description below, so if you want to follow a link, those are where you're going to find those. I believe Diana gives us warnings before Ravelry links.
Yes, I do have brackets around Ravelry links.
Okay, so everyone gets a head up as to where they're headed, which is good. Other than that, I think I have to talk about my yarn purchases, and then we're good.
I mean, we have cows.
Oh, we have cows.
We have our ongoing NKP spring cleaning cal going to the end of July, right?
Yep, watch how neither one of us worked on it again this week.
Yeah.
We're doing great, guys.
Yeah, we're doing fantastic at our own cal.
Sweet.
Other people are finishing things and it's great.
I'm moving. What are you doing?
Having a sore hand. I'm aggravating it by knitting on tiny, tight weave socks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Instead of a nice loosey-goosey shawl.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
checking.
checking.
The sock. Get out of here, sock.
Just checking. Just checking. I want to see that shawl
right
done.
there.
It's so
it's
pretty.
Me. It's sitting right there.
So pretty. I want you to work on it.
I left it out specifically so it could keep taunting me like, hey, work on me.
Good plan. Good plan. We also have the upcoming summer suck-along cal that we're going to go. I don't have a hashtag for it yet. Should work on that, guys. I have till the 1st and the cast-on party. I got time. There's no time. There's no time. No time.
We got to figure out a hashtag for that one.
We really do. Everybody's welcome to join with their whips. All types of socks are welcome. Crochet socks, hand knit socks. The only real rules are no baby socks, because that's a thing. And Nikki, oh no, I've gone and forgotten her name on Ravelry, her designer name.
Nikki Knits.
Is it Nikki Knits?
I think so.
She does the coffee date socks that I'm making.
She's making a pair of socks with my name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm going to knit socks made for me. Yeah. There's a pattern for me.
Uh-huh.
It is actually for me, just not a pattern that's coincidentally got my name on it. It's actually for me.
Inspired by you.
I am so excited. I saw a picture. They're lacy. I'm so excited.
When Nikki got a hold of us earlier this year and was like, I'm making socks for Diana, I went, oh, well, we need to run a cal for that. That's got to happen, because that is really cool. So that's happening. So I mean, I'm going to start with her coffee date socks. She's got some nice sock patterns.
The coffee
Really
date socks are really nice too. I
They're really nice socks.
probably need to make lots of her socks.
I'm going to make them out of that red breasted one you just talked about.
The one that I put the tag away and I don't remember what I said. Nuthatch.
Red-breasted nuthatch. So this is my red-breasted nuthatch, and I'm going to make coffee date socks out of them.
Nice. That's going to be so good.
I'm so... Hello.
Phaedra likes
you
them
get
too.
Up here? Hello. You don't belong up here. Not that that's ever stopped you. So that's going on. Don't sniff the microphone. Oh, so that's going on, and hopefully my cat's not too much in the way for the microphone.
No, you're fine.
I don't know why she likes sitting like this, but she does. So I'm going to be doing those. I'm going to cast those. Well, let's be honest. I will probably have finished the toe and enough of the pattern so I know what I'm doing for the cast on party on the 1st.
Yes.
Otherwise,
cast on
I'll
party.
mess it up. Mm-hmm.
Usually our usual start time is noon, but on July the 1st it's going to be at 12:30 because I'm on call and I have a work thing that I might have to attend.
Yeah.
So it's just half an hour later. So note the half-hour later start time.
Which is good. Well, I mean, you're going to post the YouTube thingy for it so people can set reminders, right?
Yes, I am going to do that this week. Hopefully that's already done by the time this is out.
Hopefully. So with that's going on, and then we'll have our usual upcoming first Sunday of the month live. So a bunch of stuff coming really quick. Kitten, what are you doing? Did you know today is the start of summer at 10:32 p.m.? Is it 10:32 or 10:52?
Oh yeah, I guess it is like 10. Solstice or something. So happy solstice
today. It's solstice.
Happy solstice.
Could you? What are you doing? Go away.
Thump.
So much drama. She's a fat cat. So much drama. Why? Do you exist to bug me? Because I brought you home. So I got solstice today. So I got stuff on the go. Stuff on the go. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna make for dinner.
That's all those things. So now you can talk about the yarn you bought. No. Show us the yarn.
So I got a gift card for Michael's, which means I had to go spend money at Michael's. That's such a tragedy.
Tragedy.
You have 2 blankets. Stop laying on my foot. I swear. Cat. Now, I talked to a brother-in-law who literally drives past one of the local Michaels on his way home from work, and to come to me on his way home is literally diverting off St. Mary's, the corner of St. Mary's and Fernmore. So it's so much not a diversion. He's like, it doesn't matter. It's like, it so doesn't count. I don't even know how much to tell you. It doesn't count. He's like, it does not count. It's fine. Super fine. So he picked it up for me, so I didn't have to pay for delivery.
Nice.
Which is great, because I really didn't want to pay for delivery if I didn't have to. Delivery costs money.
Yes, it does.
I don't want to do that. $16 in the city.
Ooh.
That's a couple of skeins of yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Dang.
So I got a bag full of Michael's yarn. It's all impeccable because I'm doing some stuff. So, Diana, here's your heads up.
Okay.
I got more of the claret red
that I needed. The patchwork cardigan? Yeah.
For the patchwork cardigan. So that's going to get started again in theory this week because I'm finishing that freaking gray and pink cardigan if it kills me. And then I went looking for another crocheted pullover sweater that I could do. And there's this really pretty chevron stripes one that I wanted to do. I'm going to do it in black and gold.
Ooh. That's going to be really pretty.
I know.
I'm excited about this.
Super stoked. I'm going to attempt the black because it's worsted. So if I'm very careful, because I'll be working either black into the gold or gold into the black, and I'll only have that one row where I'm working black into black. That'll be, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to give it a go because I got to get better at feeling my stitches anyway. So that way when the vision goes, I don't have to stop crocheting. Mm-hmm. I can still do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm doing it on the impeccable just in case my niece decides she likes it or my sister decides she likes it and they want to have it when I'm done. So that way they can have it because they can't have wool.
Okay.
And
You're very generous with giving away your knits. and crochets.
It's to my family, so and I like my family, so I don't have a problem doing it. And it just means I have more space in my closet for mine. Do I think they'll take it? Probably not. Gold and black isn't a color combo that they're into, but I like the idea of a chevron striped gold and black crocheted pullover with elbow length sleeves for the fall.
Oh, oh, I like this very much. It's going to be
So
good. I'm excited for this. I'm
knowing
going to
me,
I'm going to enjoy this vicariously.
through me. Okay, cool.
Yes.
And I'm in summertime, so I'm in the mood to crochet. If you noticed last year, I was the same way. In the summer, I just wanted to crochet, and in the winter, I just wanted to knit. So apparently, it's seasonal for me. I don't have space for more yarn, but here I have gone and gotten more.
I want to make more of those sweaters from the lady who designed the patchwork cardigan, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Oh, she's got some nice patterns.
Crochet with Carrie.
Yeah.
Yes. She's got so many really nice, like summery, lacy pullovers. So they're more like something you'd do in cotton and throw over a tank top, and it's like a summer cover up for when it's not yet 25 that day.
I know.
I want these so much. So I think maybe a Michael's trip is in order this week, and so I can find some yarn to finish the patchwork cardigan and get some more yarn for some cotton yarn for summer sweaters.
So good. All right, but that's it. I could not spend the entirety of the gift card.
No, you obviously
needed
to. You have yarn money. Yarn must come home.
I was 30 cents over my gift card.
That's good.
It actually cost more the debit charge than it did to pay for the rest of the purchase.
That's amazing.
Woohoo! I felt so proud of myself. It's like victory. That's hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a card with like 30 cents left over. But then you don't want to buy so much that you're like, geez, I did damage even though I had a gift card. So I did good, and I didn't overspend randomly for no reason. I just got stuff for things I either needed or a project I've actually wanted to do for a while. So done and done. I gotta get some stuff finished. Holy Hannah.
I think that just leaves us with books, and then we can all go and do our things that we need to do.
Ugh.
Like competent adults. I mean,
let's not get crazy here, people.
You were about to do competent adult things. I'm gonna learn about dinosaurs.
Okay. Oh, sure. I was gonna make dinner.
And then competent adult things. Learn about dinosaurs and probably more birthday cake. I have to post desserts? A picture I have to post a picture somewhere.
Oh, there she is.
I'm gonna put it on Instagram of the amazing cake that I got for Mr. Diana's birthday this weekend. It was actually last Monday, but yeah.
You haven't posted this week at all, so go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do that then because it was epic. He likes chocolate, so it was like 8 different kinds of chocolate and gold leaf.
Oh my god.
And the bakery I found can make it any combination of free of things that you need. So we were able to get a dairy-free, gluten-free cake.
Oh my god.
They just solve all of the problems.
So that's good. Book-wise, I don't have much. I tried reading The Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho. I got about halfway through and I had to lemon it. I can't get into it. It's set up to be such a beautiful, rich world, like alt history world. I feel nothing for the characters. And I just haven't connected. So
I found a picture of the cake. I'll post this on Instagram. But look at this cake.
Look
at this cake.
That's a serious cake. Holy.
That's like chocolate leaves and chocolate honeycomb and like solid hunks of chocolate on here. It's just epic.
So much cake. He really does like chocolate.
He wanted the death by chocolate cake, so
you got him death by chocolate.
It's yes, it might be honestly causing death by chocolate, not by allergies.
So, I'm glad he had a good birthday, and I'm glad he got the cake he wanted. That's always a bonus. Always a bonus.
So yeah, your lemon book.
My lemon book. I couldn't connect to the characters, so I've let it go. It's not happening.
Fair.
Done and done. For fun, while if I haven't been listening to podcasts or music while I've been packing and cleaning, I've been just re-listening to the Bobaverse books because I know them. I like the characters. I'm still quite attached to what happened, even though I know what happens to the characters. I still get invested in the story, and I like listening to it still. So it's just essentially on repeat right now.
Fair. I am still on the third book of the Bobaverse series.
I'm over
I'm
40
almost done.
books.
I've got to have like less than an hour left at this point. Let me find out because I was listening to it earlier. It's got to be. I do, in fact, have less than an hour left.
You'll be on to book 4 before you know it.
Yeah. I've had zero focus for reading this week. Like, I've still got this audiobook. I had book club on Tuesday where I was supposed to have finished Neuromancer. I barely made it halfway, so I still need to finish that because I do want to finish this book. But I also have started next month's book club, so it doesn't happen again that I get to like 4 days before book club and go, oh my god, I need to read 300 pages.
Oh, I totally lied. I did read a bunch of books this week that weren't Bobaverse. Do you know why it didn't occur to me?
What?
Because I plowed through them in 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, what did you read?
I finished the Lunar Chronicles series. I was super excited to talk to you about that.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm missing something. What am I forgetting? And then I'm
Lunar
looking
Chronicles.
down.
Okay, tell me about Lunar Chronicles.
Well, because I sent you the first book, Cinder.
Oh, those ones.
Yeah, they're the myth retellings, like some of the Grimm fairy tale retelling books. Mm-hmm. So it went Cinder, and then the second book was Scarlet, which I'd read before. And then the last two were Cress and Winter. Because I remember we were talking last week and I was upset because Winter had come up for loan on the library, but Cress hadn't yet. And Cress was book 3 and Winter was book 4. And I wanted to read the book series in proper order because they were linked that way. They're not like romance novels, they're not standalone. They're young adult novels. So Cress showed up the next day. So like I plowed through them Tuesday, Wednesday. Like 12-hour plus books. One shot. Wow. I one-shotted those books. They were so delightful. So I love a good myth
Cinder's next on my list once I've finished all the ones that are currently in progress.
I love a good myth retelling. That's so good. And she did a really good job of balancing out teenage obsession, which we as teenagers we get obsessed about things. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the story she was trying to tell, and she just she deals with like, you know, equality amongst different species, like humans and cyborgs and humans and lunars, and, you know, how do you deal with politics, and how do you manage a pandemic and power regimes. And she's a beautiful balance between all of that and the stuff that is going on. And you have these very heartwarming stories of, you know, the adventuring party gathering together to do the adventuring thing, stuff Jocelyn likes to read. So she balanced it out really well. And Winter, she touches in on mental illness. And she dealt with all of it very, very precisely. And she didn't say this is good or this is evil. She was very well to go, it's a misunderstanding thing, not a black and white evil good thing. Unless you were a power hungry villain. And in which case, why are you a power hungry villain? Like, let's figure this out. How did you get here? So that we don't go that route.
Mm-hmm. So sounds really good. Okay.
Yeah, it's just done with
heavy notes. Next time I'm starting a book.
Heavy notes towards Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty or, you know, like Little Red Riding Hood, and like what Rapunzel, which I know is a personal favorite Grimm story for you. There's a
the
Rapunzel
story's actually
in there.
Terrible. I just, princess with long hair.
The update
actually is terrible.
The update's much better. Like the way Melissa Meyer covers it, she does a very good job of the Rapunzel storyline. So I really like it. I just buckets of yes. Just so, but I forgot about it because I literally took 2 days and then I was done 2 books. and not being that kind of person who hangs on to library books till the end of their cycle, I returned the books when I was done so the next person could have them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting on things first. I'm looking down and I'm like, I got library books in that. And then my brain went, library books. You've already listened. You wanted to rave about this to Diana. Talk about it. You're over 40 books on Goodreads, which means you read more than half of a book this week. Where'd the other books go? Guys, I'm not good at keeping track of this stuff from week to week. But yeah, super. Like, I'm going to buy them on Audible. Like, I'm just going to buy them so I can own them and listen to them whenever I want.
That is high praise for a book.
High praise for a book for me. So super stoked. I was like, I knew I had read more books this week. For the life of me, I couldn't remember. We were called. That's all that matters. I got there.
The next one for book club is Small Gods by Terry Pratchett.
Oh, so, that's a good book.
I read a few sentences. That's all I got.
Cool.
I don't know anything about it.
I love Terry Pratchett.
Me too. So I'm excited to read that one.
So good. Oh, I'm hopefully something piques my interest and it's like a good series I can dive into this week. We'll find out. If not, I have the Not Today Muggle, bad word, cup with the 52 read harder challenges for the year. I could just pull one and go look it up and do that. So one of the two is going to happen this week. I'm just not sure which.
Fair.
All right. That's it. I'm done.
Then I think we're done.
Cool. So I will say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to
knit.
Totally forgot to mention my check-in with Louise on the 1st. I'm doing great.
Oh, no. Do you want to, stitch it in now?
Yeah, it's fine.